What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be talking about some maps when it comes to Call of Duty 2020, and remastered maps to be specific. I got a list of bangers right now that I'm looking at, and I just can't wait to list them off to you guys. But I came up with 10 total maps that I think that should come back from games like Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and also I looked into Call of Duty Black Ops 2 as well. I think all of these games would fit very nicely with their map designs into Call of Duty 2020, even though, you know, Call of Duty 2020 is Cold War, and World at War is World War II, and Black Ops 2 is kind of modern day, you know, near future. So some of those maps might not, you know, make sense, but we've seen in the past where they take remastered maps and they just edit the style to fit, you know, the time period of the current game, but it's still the same exact map design. It just looks different to fit the time period. So I could see so many amazing maps being brought back from some of these games into Call of Duty 2020. Now, the list starts off with World at War, and I basically go up to, you know, the earliest game and the oldest game. So I start with World at War, I'm going to go to Black Ops 1, and I'm going to discuss Black Ops 2. And just to let you guys know, World at War definitely has the biggest list of maps that I think should come back, because as you guys know, me personally, World at War has some of the best maps ever made. And just to discuss this really quick before we actually get into the main maps, I just want to get all the obvious maps out of the way as well. I'm not going to discuss about Nuketown, Firing Range, Hijacked, Slums, Raid, Jungle. All those maps are pretty obvious that they're probably going to be in this next upcoming Call of Duty game, so I'm not even going to worry about these. The maps that I chose personally are some pretty good maps in my personal opinion. Maps that you wouldn't think every single person would be choosing, and I just think they're absolute bangers, so I can't wait to get into this list. But to start off, we're going to go with Asylum from Call of Duty World at War. This map was perfection. It had perfect lines of sight, perfect lanes that you could push through with SMGs or hold certain angles with the LMG or sniper rifle or ARs. Basically, all playstyles were allowed on this map. You could do whatever you want, however you want, in any way that you possibly want to do it. It just feels amazing. It flows perfectly, and just the whole map together just has a perfect gameplay style to it. The next up is Hangar from, once again, Call of Duty World at War. We're going to be listing all those first. And Hangar was another awesome map that I really wanted to see come back into this game. Now, it was going to be between Hangar or I was going to say Courtyard, but we've already seen Courtyard come back into Call of Duty, so I thought let's go with another map that I don't even think they ever remastered this map. So Hangar is just an outstanding map. Once again, it's a little harder for SMGs to rotate on this map, but you can find specific spots. Mostly AR play and LMG play, and obviously if you want to use a sniper, you could pretty much use a sniper on any map as long as you stay long range. But LMGs and ARs are very good when it comes to Hangar. But if you are a good SMG players, you can make the long range encounters work, and you also know the routes of this map. I can use the SMG on Hangar whenever I want. You just got to know the right spots to push and the right angles to flank, and you can pretty much, you know, play however you want when it comes to that map. Then number 3 is a very obvious one to me. It's Castle. Castle is just an outstanding map all around. Once again, an all playstyle map. You could either run close quarter in the castle and rotate to the, you know, specific indoor areas with the SMG, or you can hold those indoor areas with, you know, specific choke points where you can have an AR or a sniper rifle or LMG and just hold lines of sight. Or you could do literally what World at War had the, let me say this now, because I know I'm going to rant about this at some point in this video. World at War had some of by far the best maps ever made in history. The best maps ever made. I don't know how they come up with these other maps in future COD titles and not look back to this outstanding video game and look at how they design these maps. But Castle is perfection. You can run SMGs, ARs, LMGs, whatever you want in this map. And then the last map I came up with for World at War was my personal favorite, because I really wanted to get a map that was close quarters, that wasn't Nuketown every single year. We always see that, but you know what we never see? Dome. We never see Dome come around in Call of Duty. Have they ever remastered Dome? I don't remember it. If they did, I don't know. I just can't think of it. But Dome was such an outstanding map when it came to close quarter to combat. Like, seriously. When you guys see me play it on my Twitch channel, which is JbowenDaMan, if you want to catch me live stream, I do that over on Twitch there. And you guys see me play Dome a lot, or you see me in some live comms playing Dome. Yes, it's a little hectic because right now it's 20 versus 20 lobbies. But still, you know, the map just flowed perfectly when I was 6v6, and with 20 versus 20, I could still maneuver this map easily. You know, it's just an overall good map. If any map can play with 20 versus 20 players, 40 players overall in it, and it's this close quartered, then it must be a good, decent map. Next up, we're moving over to the next set of maps on Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Now, this game had definitely some decent styled maps, and I think a lot of them can really fit in when it comes to Call of Duty 2020. Now, the first one is Grid, and for those who don't know or don't understand yet, yes, I'm picking a lot of maps that specifically, cater to a lot of playstyles. People who want to use SMGs, or people who want to use AR, sniper rifles. These maps, you could still use all of those, and it doesn't really, counter anybody's playstyle, like we see in a lot of, recent Call of Duty games where it forces you to play a specific way. A lot of these maps from these games allowed you to play however you want, and Grid gave you that specific vibe, where yes, you can use an SMG and you can stay indoors, or by all means, use an AR, go outside. Hold long angles. You can even hold long angles inside the buildings, but you're not at a disadvantage when you're using an SMG or a shotgun or something like that. You can find your paths and you can find your ways, and you can still maneuver the map without getting gunned down from long angles by ARs. This map had really good flow, and I would love to see this return in Call of Duty 2020. Next up from Black Ops 1 is Array. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to say, Array, are you serious? Because I don't think too many people enjoy this map. But Array was more of an AR dominant map. You kind of wanted to AR while you're running this map. But at the same time, like I said, it does allow SMGs to maneuver it. I wouldn't really run an SMG if I was playing this map, to be honest with you. I think an AR really stands out when it comes to Array. But at the same time, you're not forced to have to use an AR. You can use an SMG, you can run the middle of the map and stay indoors and basically cut off enemies from coming inside. It's ways that you can play this map without being forced into one playstyle, once again, like you see with a lot of Call of Duty games nowadays. And the last one that I saw in Black Ops 1, which I really loved, was Cracked. Now, once again, another map that's great for both styles of play, whether you want to be long range with the AR, sniper, LMG, or if you want to be up close with a submachine gun or shotgun. This map really catered to all playstyles. It looked visually appealing, it looked amazing, and also the gameplay was just always solid on this map. Multiple buildings to navigate through, and once again, this isn't bad building warfare. Every once in a while, you want some building warfare when it comes to a Call of Duty game. It's just a Modern Warfare, there's so many doors that you don't know what's behind those doors. You don't know if it's a claymore, you don't know if someone's sitting behind the door or waiting for you. It's hard to move around these indoor areas when it comes to Modern Warfare. But in old school games like Black Ops 1, it was very simple. It was just tons of building warfare on Cracked. And also at the same time, long angles. If you can get up and clear out a building, you have a very good advantage against enemies coming out of their spawn or trying to flank you. You can hold all those angles with ARs, or like I said, run SMGs and just keep pushing all the buildings, keep clearing them out, and just keep flowing. Overall, Cracked had some great gameplay, and I think it'll be perfect. One of the best maps out of Black Ops 1, in my personal opinion, to see come into Call of Duty 2020. The last set of maps that I have here are from Black Ops 2, and the first one was, I think it was a DLC map, but it was called Rush, and it was like kind of a paintball-styled map, and I just thought it was so cool. It had a good flow, kind of close-quartered, and it was just great gameplay for SMGs, to be completely honest with you. You can run an AR, it is doable, and you can snipe and stuff like that, but honestly, I think the shotguns and the SMGs really dominated this map, and it just looked kind of cool, just fighting on a paintball field. It was actually kind of awesome to see them implement that into, well, just a video game in general. They kind of did a lot of stuff like that when it came to Black Ops 2. They did one on, a concert place or something like that. It was pretty cool. They did a lot of interesting stuff when it came to Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The second one that I want to see out of that as well is Carrier. Carrier, once again, a very underrated map. People don't really enjoy this map. It is definitely AR and sniper dominant. You see tons of snipers just trying to trick shot or just destroy lobbies on Carrier all the time. But if you have a good AR and you have good accuracy, you can definitely drill them out from long range. And also, if you don't want to use an AR, you can always take the bottom half of the ship and just run an SMG. Just go for flanks, because as you know, snipers get distracted 24/7 all the time with whatever they're looking at. So you can easily flank all the time from the bottom half of the ship with an SMG, get up close and personal, and do your damage. Basically, all playstyles can play this map, even though I would probably choose an AR over it. But I just like, sometimes to have a larger scaled map every once in a while. So not everything's always so crammed together and just so claustrophobic and everything. Just give you a little space and a little creativity with how you maneuver this map. And the last one, which I thought was absolutely outstanding out of Black Ops 2, which I would honestly love to see them add into Call of Duty 2020, was Cove, which was kind of just like a tropical island kind of vibe. And I could see that totally see that when it comes to Call of Duty 2020. More like a Vietnam theme, to be honest, on some type of, island platform. That would be so insanely dope. I would love to see some type of vibe in Call of Duty 2020 that revolves around Cove. It just had a good flow. You can just run the outskirts of the map with an AR, or you can get up close and personal by going to the center of the map and going by, what was it, the helicopter or ship or something like that. Something was crashed down in the center that you can just kind of maneuver around that with the SMG and still, keep your dominance while, trying to avoid all the AR spots on the map. I just love the flow on this map. I thought it was really good, really clean, and had a good feel to it as well. But guys, that is my top 10 list of maps that I would love to see return into Call of Duty 2020 as a remaster. Make sure you go down in the comments section and leave a couple of your favorite maps down below so I can see what you guys are saying and spark up some discussion. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like. If you hate it, always dislike it. If you're brand new and you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, if you want to chat with me or see what I'm talking about, follow me over on Twitter at JbowenDaMan, and I also live stream over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.